Journalism and the Christian Church, two classic institutions that help shape the identity of the United States. They closely reflect one another in that they uphold truth and justice. However, Christian journalists can sometimes feel like they are in a strange limbo between Jesus' command to spread his word to the world and the expectation for journalists to leave their beliefs out of their reporting. In reality, misconceptions often cause these feelings for Christian reporters, and many can find a happy balance between expressing their views and fulfilling their journalistic duties. It is not inaccurate, however, to say that journalists are less likely to be involved in a church body. Surveys of journalists rarely look into their religious beliefs. But in 2007, the Pew Research Center found that 8% of journalists nationwide said that they went to church once a week, and 9% went almost every week. For all Americans, on the other hand, about 70% say that they practice some sort of Christianity, with 36% attending church once a week. All of these numbers can paint a confusing picture for dedicated Christian journalists and how they fit into their own worlds. Yet, the truth of the matter does not have to be so complicated. In his book, People of Faith, Religious Conviction in American Journalism and Higher Education, John Schmaltzbauer described an experience by White House reporter Wes Pippert. He wrote an editorial that used his Christian convictions to call for a more ethically engaged approach to daily journalism. Pippert instantly regretted the piece because he feared the inevitable judgment from his peers. However, the other White House correspondents actually respected what he had to say. Schmaltzbauer examined this story by writing, "In a field that places great importance on the distinctions between fact and values, news and opinion, and public and private life, Pippert's article represents a potentially stigmatizing show of personal religious convictions. In this case, the fear of rejection turned out to be ill-founded. Yet, a basic tension between professional and religious identities continues to shape the lives of religious people in American journalism." Schmaltzbauer later claims that a growing disillusionment about the importance of objectivity helps Christian journalists inject their faith into their work. He writes that this comes partially from the rise of advocacy and investigative journalism, which also often require the reporter to use their moral compass to guide the story. To find examples of this, one need not look farther than the Missouri School of Journalism. Here, journalists like senior Chelsea Haynes have found that they can pursue their spiritual and professional passions.
I think you still have to have journalistic integrity, and you still have to use your ethics, and you still have to use your morals. But I think if my mission is to spread the truth about God, then my journalistic objectivity goes out the window. But I think that's when my Christian objectivity comes in.
In the end, Christian journalists are just like every other Christian in the world. I think Ms. Haynes summed it up nicely here.
Who you are in Christ isn't something that should be turned off. You just be a light, and you just be a salt. And if somebody's having a bad day, then you just encourage them.